Hello, YouTube. Welcome to another day in the life of Issues Name. So I see nobody commented on what type of videos y'all want me to post. Because obviously nobody watches my YouTube videos like that. But whatever. If you guys decide to comment and let me know, cool. But before I get into this video, which this video is gonna be a story time. This is my first story time that I'm gonna do, and it's about my first ever relationship. But go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. So now that you guys have liked the video, all that good stuff, let's get into the tea. Story time. My very first relationship. So my first relationship was with a boy named Stefan. I knew him since I was 6. He lived right across the street from my grandma's house, which I was living there at the time. I was living there from the time I was probably like 2.5. So we went to the same elementary school. His mom and dad and his sisters, well, his sisters went to school with me, but they were older too. So, me and him were the same age. His mom and his dad got along with my mom and my uncles and stuff like that. So, we were younger and stuff like that. We used to always play me, him, J.R. Robinson. And, like, he always liked me, but, like, being 6, 7, 8, like, I'm not thinking about boys really. Like, yeah, I had little crushes, like, oh, he's cute. But it's like, a third grade, fourth grade crush. So finally, around the age of like 12, one day I just looked at him and I was just like, I think I like him. And so, like, I was on the verge of turning 13, and I told him to come over to my grandma's house, and we sat on the sofa, and I'm like, I like you. And he's like, you do? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, wow, like, that's crazy. He's like, but can you even have a boyfriend? I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna ask my mom though. Oh, don't mind my voice. Like, I'm still kind of sick. Um, so I got the courage up to ask my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm turning 13. Is it okay if I have a boyfriend? She's like, I thought you didn't like nobody. I'm like, well, I do. And she's like, yeah, I guess that's fine, whatever. So we had MySpace back then, and I inboxed him or whatever it was called when we had MySpace, and I was like, guess what? He was like, what? I was like, my mom said I can have a boyfriend. He was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And like, I was 13 at this time, so I was like, so do you want to be my boyfriend? He was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, so he already had a girlfriend before me, so he knew like what relationships were. Sorry, I'm in love with this chain. So he knew what it was, but I didn't. So I'm like, you have to like kind of teach me, whatever. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. So like when we first started going out, I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. We lasted for like a month, and I was like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know what to do. I've never had a boyfriend, blah blah blah. We had to break up. We broke up. A couple months later, I'm like, all right, let's give it another try. So we started going out again. I don't know what changed. I guess I got a little bit more comfortable and stuff like that. And then one day, my cousins were like, so have you guys had your first kiss? And I'm like, no. He's like, no. And they like, oh, you so boring. I need to kiss. And then so he pulled me up off the stairs, and we went by like this little gate, and I was just looking down because I was so nervous. I'm just like this is forced. Like, and he's like, so you're not gonna kiss me? So I looked up and he kissed me. My first kiss was like, it wasn't what I expected it to be. Like, it was, I felt like we only kissed because my cousins was like, oh yeah, you should kiss, blah, blah, blah. And it was like wet and strawberry and oh my gosh, it's horrible. So me and him broke up a lot. Like, we broke up, got back together, broke up, got back together. Like, we would lie to certain people, like, oh no, we're not together, we're not together. And they like, yes, y'all are. Like, I could tell. Like, no, 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 no. Mind you, we was, but we would break up, get back together, break up, get back together. And so finally we decided to stop doing that. But okay, so July 21st, 2018. I'm gonna forget that day. That's when we really like got together, and like we were like, all right, we're not playing games. and it was amazing. Like, he would buy me stuff here and there. Like, we would go to the park, hang out, push me on the swings. Like, I got more comfortable, giving him kisses. Like, we would make out all the time, like all the time. And like, he would just give me his coat sometimes and just be like, "You cold? Like, here's my coat." Like, he bought me this big old teddy bear for Valentine's Day. Like, I think I recently just like threw it out, chopped, like, I think I cut it up or something, like, because I was so mad at him, and I was just like, ugh, like, I need to get rid of this. And yes, by the way, me and him still are friends. We're still cool. I'm still mad at him for other things that he's done recently, but like, that's still my friend. Like, we still cool. And so yeah, like, it was an amazing relationship. Like, everybody knew what it was. Like, everybody knew Nay and stuff. Like, my cousins used to get annoyed. Like, y'all always together. Y'all always together. Like, alright, that's my man. Like, that's my man. Shut up. So we make 10 months, and one day this boy who was my cousin's friend, but he's like my friend too, Malachi, he came to the block, whatever. We were all chilling, and then my cousins, like two or three of my cousins, Steph, JR, Katie, they all went into JR's house. And I was like, I'm not gonna leave Malachi here. Like, Malachi doesn't know JR like that, so he's not gonna be allowed in his house. So I'm like, let me just be nice, be out here, talk to him, whatever. So after a while, like, my cousins came outside and they were like, "Nay," like, Malachi, I think, had left by this point. They were like, "Nay, what happened?" No, what am I talking about? They was like, "Nay, guess what happened?" I'm like, "What happened?" It was like, Stephon and Katie kiss. I'm like, "Stephon and Katie kiss?" They're like, "Yeah." They like, "Don't say nothing though." I'm like, "I bet, copy." So I didn't say anything. So I think Katie came out first. Katie came out. She went around the corner to go fight Sasha. Like, how you finish kissing my boyfriend and now you about to go fight some girl. Anyways, I still talk to Katie, so like, that's still my girl. Like, it's no hard feelings towards either one of them. But like, at this point in time, like, okay. So then Steph comes outside, whatever. So they both didn't say anything to me. So I waited 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, still neither one of them said anything. So it was one day, like, they was both on the block because they both. I don't know if Katie was living on the block at that time. I don't think she was, but she was like around the block like a lot. So because her dad lived on the block. So one day, I think I saw Katie first, and I was like, I have to ask you something. And I was like, did you and stuff on kids? And she was like, yeah, it was an accident. Blah blah blah. I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh, okay. So then she went somewhere, and then I asked the phone. I was like, "Did you and Katie kiss?" And he was like, "Yeah, it was an accident." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Well, I'm breaking up with you. Like, how could you do that?" And then he's like, "Oh my gosh, no, don't do that. La, la, la. Like, why are you breaking up with me?" La, la, la. And then he was like, "Would you take me back, please, please, please?" And I'm like, "If you promise not to do it again." And he was like, "I can't promise you that." And I was like, "Nope, like, we can't get back together." So like, my first relationship, like, mind you, I know we were young, and people were like, "Oh, you're only 13 and 14. Like, you was just now getting into high school, blah blah blah. How could you love somebody like at that age?" Sis, like, one, I knew this boy since I was 6 years old. I'm 25 right now. I did not stop loving this boy until I was probably 21, 22. Like, anything this boy want, he will get. Like, even up until, well, not now, because now I know, like, but up until recently, maybe like July, August of 2018, whatever stuff on it he got from me, because that's just how much I love this boy. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I thought I was gonna marry him, have kids with him, but everything is what it is. But my first relationship ended up with me getting cheated on, and for him, later on, like 10,000 years later, he's like, "Oh, it's because we weren't having sex." I'm 14. I'm not having sex with you, sir. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me in another day in the life of Vicious Name. Hope you liked my story time, and I'm definitely gonna do more. Peace out.